I'm Kelly Vaughn, and welcome to Inside Indy. And today we're going to take you to the cabaret. You just want to belt out, "Come to the cabaret, oh chum."
There you go.
Right? Is that something like that?
Give me your number. We'll put you on.
That you don't want to do, okay? If you want to sell tickets, you don't want to do that. Shannon Forcell is the artistic director and CEO of the cabaret, which formerly was...
American Cabaret Theater.
I knew it.
Yeah. There's a whole bunch of people who know us that way, yeah.
But the cabaret is, I love it. It's like cool, you know, it's slicker.
We hope we're cool.
Yeah,
We try
I
to be
love it.
cool.
I love it. And I see you have a very, very cool season
Yeah.
that's upon you. But tell us about the cabaret theater. I'm sorry, I had to put that in
That's
there.
all right.
And,
No,
and
that's
your
great.
history of the cabaret.
Right. So we were American Cabaret Theater, 1990 to 2009.
Okay.
Time. That was American Cabaret Theater, and that Claude McNeil was the artistic director. And at that time, the cabaret did more musical revue style cabaret shows. And then Claude McNeil retired, and the organization kind of had a little bit of a identity crisis, and then at the same time the economy tanked. So a lot of folks were at that time saying, what do we do? What's the future of all of our organizations? And the cabaret certainly was trying to make that decision too. And they had hired me. I used to perform for the cabaret for 10 years in 1990 to 2000 when I was young and skinny.
You look
So yeah, I had a
great.
great history with the cabaret, loved the cabaret, knew what cabaret was. And they had hired me to do a series much like what we do at the cabaret now. And my first week working there, the board said, we're either going to redo everything or we're going to shut our doors.
No.
And then they said, well, do you think we could do this as, you know, kind of the new thing that we do? And I said, I think we could. Let's try it. And so we, for a year, practiced in, at that time it was called the Connoisseur Room, and now it's called Chef Joseph's, downtown on Ohio. And we did shows and said, we think people like this. Well, they're going to come to this, and it really started to grow. And then for the last 8 years, we were in the Columbia Club in the Crystal Terrace is where we did shows. We were a partnership with them. We didn't work for them or were a part of them, but we were in their lovely Crystal Terrace room on Monument Circle. And then we have grown so much that they needed the dates for the room more, we needed the room more. It was time for us to kind of be our own entity again. And so we're at Indiana Landmarks right now at 12th and Central, while our new space is being created, and we'll move into that space in December. So in about a month, we're going to make an exciting announcement about where we're going to be, we hope, forever and ever.
Ah,
Yeah.
okay,
Yeah.
okay.
So, you know, and so we are more New York style cabaret, which is more intimate cabaret, where it's kind of a cross between a nightclub and a theater experience. So you go and you sit at tables and chairs, you can have a drink, have food, wind down from your week, and then you see a Broadway star as close as you and I are. You know, like Jane Lynch. We were talking about Jane Lynch, who's coming this season. Jane Lynch is going to be right up close to you doing her one-person show.
Wow.
So you get to see these stars that are so magical, just right there.
Wow.
And it's a really, really cool night.
Okay. Now, tell us about this season, when it started and what's going forward.
We just have our summer-fall season is opening on June 30th in 2 weeks. Yeah. And we have Krista Rodriguez is our first performer. Folks will know her because she starred on the television show Smash. But she's also a Broadway star. She was in the Addams Family. She's on television right now in a show called Trial and Error.
Cool.
And so she is power to be reckoned with, and she's going to be opening our season on June 30th.
All right.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. And what else can we expect?
So then we have a local performer who we also present some local performers. Gail Payne is a local performer who is going to be taking her show to 54 Below in New York City. So before she goes there, we're going to present her in Indianapolis. So there's a practice run before that happens. And her show is called This Is Us, U.S. We hold these tunes to be self-evident. And it's a unique show that kind of talks about, well, through song, where the state of our country. It's not political in the sense that it's a divisive show, but it's certainly reflective with a lot of humor as well about the challenges that we face. And It's a really great show, and folks should see that. That's almost sold out at this point. And then after that, in July, we have Kyle Dean Massey, who folks will know from, he stars on Nashville, the television show Nashville, but he's also a Broadway star. He was in Wicked, he was in Next to Normal, he was also the star of Pippin on Broadway. Super hunky and really, really talented. So that's in July.
Which is more important, huh?
Well, it depends on the night.
Super hunky or super talented? I'm going for super hunky.
Yeah, super hunky is all fine with me. This close, even better.
Okay, there you go.
Yeah.
I love it. I love it. So now, how much are tickets for the cabaret? Typically, what's the price range to enjoy a performance?
So it all depends. Every show is different based on how much the performer costs.
Okay.
But and we have student tickets, which is really important for folks to know too. So student tickets are $20 all the time because we want everyone to be able to see our show. But otherwise, they'll range from $35, $55, $65 are kind of an average. More expensive stars will go up to like a $75 price, but it's all manageable. We also have a program called The Lounge for folks that are 21 to 35. They get 20% off of tickets because we want them to be able to come too. Only those of us above 40 get punished a little bit and have to pay full price.
There you go. I like that though.
Yeah,
I always think whether it's a senior discount, you got a young person discount.
Exactly.
Who knew? But so now, how do you decide on the shows that come to Indianapolis and the various talent you have?
So we try to see who is playing. There's not a lot of cabaret in the country. But we try to see who's playing in what are the best cabaret rooms in America. And they're really in kind of San Francisco and LA area and New York City. And now we've kind of started to create a Midwest interest in this art form. So we look and see who, 54 Below is a really important cabaret. We see who are they presenting, who's Cafe Carlisle presenting, and who are these folks, and we look internationally too, to kind of see who's relevant doing that art form right now, and try to catch some of those folks as well.
Okay.
Yeah.
So Jane Lynch, that's the Christmas holiday.
Yeah, that's going to be so fun.
Okay, tell us about that, because it really is, I know it's July, but now's the time to start thinking about it.
Right, and her tickets are selling like hotcakes. So
really?
If you want tickets, really get those now. So Jane Lynch's show is really fun. It's set in the style of kind of 1960s Christmas specials. So it's retro feeling, kind of comedic as you would expect from her. And she is not by herself. She brings a quartet. She also has Tim Davis, who wrote all the arrangements for the show Glee.
Oh,
and
nice.
he is very handsome and dapper. He sings as well. He's a crooner. And Kate Flannery from The Office is also with her. So they've kind of got this zany group of people, and it's a very, very fun show. Jane was at the cabaret last year, and everyone just loved her.
Wow.
Yeah, she's very great
she's
talent.
A hot commodity. Very cool. Not to, the Glee connection here in
I know.
Indianapolis.
I mean, we all love Glee here, so. We're excited about having her. And she is just a really wonderful person, really nice. And that brings me to another point. So folks get to meet these folks after the show. So if you come to a show, after most of our shows, then there's a meet and greet, and you'll get to meet that performer as well.
Wow, I
and
didn't
then
know that.
have them sign your CD that you bought from them. And so it's a really nice opportunity to meet some of these wonderful, talented people.
Okay. Now, I know you do some work with students as well.
We
Tell
do.
us about that.
So we have educational programs, to help create the next generation of this type of performer, and a lot of performers that want to be musical theater style performers.
Okay.
One of the things that happened to me when I went to musical school is that everyone wanted to only teach classical music, which is a great base for performing, but it has this many jobs, when you get out of school. And there's a lot of folks that want to learn jazz and musical theater and other types of performing that will allow them to have a broad opportunity for performance, so that they can have a lot of jobs. So we work with, we have a great partnership with Ball State University, where they actually have 2 cabaret courses now, and their final takes place at the cabaret. We have student ticket programs where folks can, we work with organizations to bring them to be able to see our shows. And we have workshops, cabaret courses, a lot of different options. And we're going to be expanding that when we move into our space as well. Yeah, and internships, other things as well.
Expanding, and
Yeah.
more expansion. Wow, that's pretty cool. So,
Yeah, it is. We're excited
okay.
about it.
Well, remind folks how they can take advantage of the various shows that are coming to Indianapolis for them to enjoy, and how they get in touch with you, website,
Sure.
and all that good stuff, because we want to keep them in touch with what you're doing.
One of the great things is we have a great marketing person. Kirsten is a great gal, and she does work. All the performers we have, you can go on our website, thecabaret.org, and see videos of all of them, because each show is very different based off of the type of person who's coming that night.
Wow, okay.
So you can watch and say, is this my kind of person? Is this the kind of show I'd really like to see? So you can see videos of them. You can see their bios. What have they done on Broadway? What have they done elsewhere? And say, hey, is this my kind of show? And you can buy your tickets online, or you can buy and call us at the Cabaret at 317-275-1169. I encourage folks to order as soon as they can, because we do sell out very quickly, because we're
Wow.
a small space.
Okay.
And so, especially with these shows coming up, like Krista Rodriguez, that's only in 2 weeks, so there's limited a number of seats to these coming up, and even Jane is getting to be pretty full. So we'd love to be able to make sure these folks can get in and come and see us.
Okay, sounds good. Now, when Jane comes in, or any of the artists come in, is it typically a one-night show, or are they here for several nights? How does that work?
Sometimes, yeah, we usually do 2 nights. While we're in Landmark, we do 2 shows in 1 night, just by the nature of their schedule. But typically we're a Friday, Saturday, sometimes 2 shows on Saturday, depending on how much they will sell.
Okay, so it's not week after week after week, so you have to capitalize on this. Folks.
Right.
Get your tickets when you as soon as possible. Okay.
Absolutely.
Right. Wow. Well, so now you performed at the Cabaret. So
I did.
You sing?
I do. I don't sing as much now that I'm doing this, because it takes a lot of
I was going to have you
work.
close the show with a few bars.
Oh, you don't want to hear that right now. Next time I come on, I will do
She's
it.
gonna
I
get out of
promise.
it.
Next time I do,
I
I
was
will
going
come
to
on.
sing with you.
You were?
Uh-huh.
Next time we'll come up with a little
Oh,
thing.
darn,
We'll come up
okay.
with a little thing.
Okay.
Because I'll probably put myself in a schedule soon.
Can we
People
sing
have
a
been
few
asking.
bars? Come to
The cabaret, old chum. Come to the cabaret. Thank you.
Girl. You go, girl. Shannon Forcell, who's the artistic director and the CEO of the Cabaret. Thanks so much for joining us.
My pleasure.
At
Thanks
the
for
TV
having
40
us.
Cabaret.
All right. Thank you.
We'll be back after this. Hi, I'm Kelly Vaughn, and we're taking Inside Indy on the road. Today we're outside Indiana Black Expo headquarters here at 31st and Meridian. And I went to my first Indiana Black Expo when I was about 11 years old. And this is the 46th anniversary for Indiana Black Expo. And in just a few moments, we're going to be talking to the president of Expo, Tanya Bell, who will fill us in on all the fun activities that are planned, the concerts, the exhibitions, the good food, the dancing, the basketball games, and so much more. We want you to be a part of it, and we'll be hearing soon from Tanya Bell of Black Expo.
I have a dream. It is a dream deeply rooted in the American dream. I have a dream that one day,
one man's
right down
dream
in Georgia,
of racial
Mississippi,
equity and harmony. Unity, seeing people as people, created in the image of God, is central to the Christian message. Acts records, "From one man he made every nation of men." God did this so men would seek him. Celebrate the creation, celebrate the vision, and celebrate each other as God celebrates you.
with this faith, I will go out with you and transform dark yesterdays into bright tomorrows. With this faith, we will be able to achieve this new day when all of God's children, black men and white men, Jews and Gentiles, Protestants and Catholics, will be able to join hands and sing with the Negroes in the spiritual of all, free at last, free at last. Thank God Almighty, we are free at last.
46th year for Indiana Black Expo. How are you feeling about all this?
Feeling excited. I mean, this happens to be a great time for our community. It's our opportunity annually to come together and celebrate cultural achievements and just, achievements in everything that we do in the community.
Okay. A lot of people have heard in the news about Black Expo. Oftentimes it's negative. Let's talk about the positive things that happen at Indiana Black Expo.
Absolutely. Would love to talk about that. Well, we have a lot of very substantive things that go on. I can start with our business conference where we, really provide workshops that are there to help businesses, small minority businesses, build capacity and also to build their workforce. And we also have an employment opportunity fair, which is one of the largest job fairs in the state, where we have over 90 employees that participate and thousands of people that come out that we hope will get jobs from that experience. We also have an education conference that takes place where we partner with a lot of the school districts across the country to really provide professional development for educators so that they are equipped to teach children of color. And so that is really key, particularly with some of the educational K through 12 issues that are going on in our city, in our state. We also have, the largest health fair in the world that takes place in our convention center where people can come out and get $1,500 worth of free health screening. So there's a lot of substance that goes on. We have a lot of youth development events that take place during that time as well.
Okay. It's called Indiana Black Expo. Is Black Expo just for Black people?
Absolutely not. Indiana Black Expo is our name. It's been our name for 46 years. However, all of our events, all of our initiatives, all of our programs are inclusive to the community. We want everyone to come down. It's not just African Americans that don't have access to health care, it's all of us. And so we want everyone to come down to the convention center, take advantage of everything that we have to offer.
Okay, and let's talk about the entertainment. There's the serious side of it, the workshops and the educational components, but the entertainment. What can we expect this year?
Well, looking forward to our free concert, which is what we do every year. Where we have Black Street this year, Al Hudson and One Way, as well as the original Lakeside. And then we also have on that Saturday, New Edition, Kim, and Drew Hill at Bankers Life Fieldhouse. But we also have a gospel explosion that will take place on Sunday of the convention center, which is a free day. So we want everyone to come out and really listen to Leandria Johnson. She's going to tear it up, because that's what she does. And then we'll have a lot of the local choirs out there as well. And Kelly Price will be there on Sunday, which is a free day too. So we really want everyone to just come out, just, relax, bring your families, enjoy, and just bring your entire family down, and just really enjoy the offerings.
Okay, now when you say free day, are you talking about the concerts or Sunday itself is free?
I'm talking about Sunday in the exhibition hall is a free day for the community.
Okay, and let's talk about ticket prices for the event itself and where people can get tickets.
Well, they can get tickets either by coming to our headquarters at 3145 North Meridian to our box office, or they can call 925-2702 if they want to call and order by phone, and then they can go online at www.indianablackexpo.com in order to order tickets.
Okay. Let's talk about the future of Expo. What are some things that you envision for the future? And we're standing here on the lawn of Indiana Black Expo and Charles Williams and his legacy. What do you want for the future of Black Expo?
I really want, right now, our focus really is on larger, impactful initiatives and programs that are impacting the community to the standpoint of changing statistical data. And so, we have Opportune Indy, that was formerly known as Your Life Matters, that addresses some of those systemic issues that impact our community. And so, from a programmatic standpoint, we're looking at more collaborations. This year we were blessed to be able to write checks and support other faith-based groups and organizations that they're working on the front line and really have some impactful programs. Pastor Jackson's Summer Youth Job Program is one. Pastor Malachi Walker's Young Men Inc. is another. And so what we envision is those collaborations as well, and really, being financially sound and in a position, which is why summer celebration is so key, because the more money we raise, the more we can help and support some of those initiatives in our community.
Okay, and let's talk about scholarships, because that's really what it's all about.
Yeah, scholarships is big. I mean, we give out, about $100,000 in scholarships a year, and so we'll continue to do that. And that's the purpose of Circle City Classic, which is right around the corner from summer celebration. And so, love it. We even have some of our scholarship recipients that are here with us today. And so we'll continue to give out scholarships for, we want to make sure that our community and that everybody has access to post-secondary education, because we know how critical it is from a quality of life standpoint in today's society. You got to have that. So.
I think, again, as I grew up with Expo and I started coming at 11 years old, and the one thing I've always wanted to see was a more diverse group downtown. So I'm going to afford you this opportunity to tell our audience and invite them out, especially you think about the churches, and that, people say that's one of the most divided, days of the week is Sunday morning. But what would you say to our community, those out there who are watching?
I'd say come on down. We want you down here. We want to fellowship with you. We want to celebrate together. We open up with praise and worship on tomorrow with our ecumenical service, and we culminate the event with praise and worship. And so we are all brothers and sisters. We want everyone there. The more people that comes down, the more we can do things in the community. So come on down and enjoy yourself.
Okay, Tanya Bell, president of Indiana Black Expo, thanks so much for joining us on Inside Indy.
Thank you for having me.